Hello everyone, this is Patrick Sullivan. In this tutorial, I'll be covering my own modification of the CHOP2 system, what is known as the CHOP2 system or the center height 1 pump system. It was initially created by a aquaponics enthusiast, a well-known aquaponics enthusiast named Murray Hallam. If you look him up on Google, that's Murray-Hallam. He has various works and been involved and very active in aquaponics throughout the years. And one particular activity being his creation and modification of the center height 1 pump system and also the center height 1 pump system 2, the second version of it, which is what this tutorial will be showing, and my system is based off of here. Alright, as soon as I get these two valves on, I'll have the system up and running, and we'll get to as much as detail as possible while cutting out a lot of the unnecessary waiting time. So I'm going to get these on. Alright, so now that both valves are on, it's really just waiting to see when there's going to be enough buildup on the pipe, the bell siphon, and it creates a pressure difference from the outside in. So it'll take a little bit of time, and I'll be back on once we're ready to give a take on that. As you all most likely can tell, it's gotten a lot closer to that line where it's about to create that pressure difference that sets off the siphon action. The other thing that most of you probably pointed out with the system is, see how it's only giving so much pressure out in PSI out at a time. But there wasn't enough water in the system, and when I was running it last night, as I did, some of it probably escaped, and I turned it off this morning. That caused somewhat of an escape in water pressure, so I'm going to need to put a little bit more, maybe a gallon more in. Alright, so as you can tell, the bell siphon was able to activate that drainage activity powerfully enough to get that water down to about 0 in the immediate grow bed. However, it's remained at that point for a far longer period of time than it should have. I actually should have already been pulling the water up long before this point. This leads me to the conclusion that I made my slits, one you can see right down there, to the bell siphon, and then there's another one on the other side. I made those slits too large for any activity to end up yielding until the water ends up pulling back up to the level that creates that pressure difference when it drains down. You see, what should have happened is, if I made slits going across and not touching the bottom of that bulkhead, there would have been a lot more aerodynamic of flow and a lot more sense for when it drained. However, the size of that will keep, the size of a slit, like the one you see here in this current standpipe, or this current bell siphon, it triggers too powerfully even when it's drained all the way to the bottom. Therefore, it's not going to stop its simultaneous vacuum out down into the sump tote right here. So the two issues that we can end up taking out of this tutorial are, one, that your system needs a sufficient and constant amount of water supply in order to feed that pressure, to make that pressure difference. When you have an auto siphon within your system or incorporated into your system somewhere. The second, which we just pointed out, is that on your bell siphon itself, you need to design it in a way where it will be more dynamic for the flow when it goes out, as well as when it pulls up. Alright folks, that about wraps things up for the day. I hope you stay tuned to the AgroNow blog, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do so at www.theagronow.com, and also feel free to leave any comments and or posts regarding feedback or your own ideas related to aquaponics or sustainable agriculture. And if there's any further information you need, just shoot me an email or shoot me your contact information. It's on the contact page, and I should be addressed via email from there. In any case, I hope you have a good day, and see you soon. God bless.